is everybody? Josh here, back again at Peer View Brewing. Let's get into what we got today.
So we are looking at the two next beers on tap. We have a crappy beer up top. Turned out to be quite the malty keg filler. This is Creative Leftover Hops IPA and the Coconut Lime Blonde. We're going to get a gravity sample off of both of those right now.
All right, there it is in the test tube. That is, or it was, quite the bubbly beer. But just kind of freehanding this right now. Looks like about a 10-10. We'll get you guys an actual measurement. All right, so I don't know, I'm looking at this through the camera. That looks to be about a 10-10, I'd say. Yeah, so let's go 10-10. Okay, gonna get a sample to sip on. I'm probably a little crooked, but oh well, you're sitting on top of my fermenter. I wanted to show you guys the custom, the grain bill. It's not focusing right, but eh. Oh, that's gonna make the lighting all messed up. Anyways, the grain bill. Custom hydrometer made by Brady Instruments out of Pennsylvania, and SJ Pour has them on for the 2020 SJ Pour Challenge. Fix my lighting there. As a sponsor. So thank you very much, Brady Instruments. Hopefully we can bring some value to you for that. They make the custom SJ Pour Challenge trophy hydrometer, the mega one, which I'm very much looking forward to getting as the prize for winning last year's SJ Pour Challenge. So let's get a sample. This one finished out about 10-10. It's still pretty bubbly. Let's get a sip. It's a simple IPA. I'll talk about it for a minute. Excuse the crows. I took one pellet shot at one crow one day, and now we have an entire gang of them that hang out every day. Actually, they've always been here. So, this beer, 13 pounds of 2-row, 8 ounces of, oh, I see what I did. 1 pound of Crystal 15, 8 ounces of honey malt. I had leftover Columbus, Centennial, and Simcoe, and Huell Melon. So I kind of just threw them in. Half ounce of Columbus at 60, some calcium chloride, some Irish moss, an ounce of Centennial at 15, some yeast nutrient, ounce of Simcoe at 5, that's Cryo Citro, it's at 24%. Oh, and the Columbus was 25%, that's why it was only a half an ounce. Anyways, 2 ounces of Huell Melon for a 10-minute whirlpool. Half an ounce of Centennial for a 10-minute whirlpool, and then half an ounce of Simcoe for a 10-minute whirlpool. Or thereabouts, 10 minutes. Probably longer.
All right, let's go get this one on the stairs that are level and get this reading as well. My table, no, is not level, in case you're wondering.
1005. I'm going to say. 2, 4, I mean, it might be 4. We're going to call it 5. Okay, and then the Coconut Lime Blonde. I don't know which way to be on this one. That is a simple recipe, 10 pounds of 2-row, 8 ounces of Crystal 15. Are you noticing a theme with my beers? Simple beers. 2-row and a little Crystal. Some rice hulls. Half ounce Centennial at 60 minutes. Irish moss. Yeast nutrient, half ounce of Simcoe at 10, 1 ounce of Huell Melon. Oh, by the way, that Huell Melon, actually none of these hops I'm really committed to. I'm kind of playing around with the recipe a little bit. I think the original one that Kevin, when he came down for my little brother's wedding, Clement's Homebrew, when Kevin raved about this one, that was all Pacifica hops, like top to bottom. It was like a little bittering, a little flavor, a little aroma, 5 minute, and that was it. It was all Pacifica. I'm toying with this a little bit. Like I said, an ounce of Huell Melon, 10-minute whirlpool, and that's it. Safe Ale USO 5. What I will be doing is, my pen is falling off my ear. Using this guy for the, to hold the coconut and lime, and then this is my zester that I only use for homebrew, so it's nice and sharp. I will be doing half a pound of coconut chips or flakes, the Trader Joe's unsweetened variety. That gets toasted and put in here. And then 2.5 ounces, I can't believe I actually recorded the volume, 2.5 ounces of lime zest. So it's a lot of limes. I put them in the pot, you'll see. Get the steamer water to boiling, and I steam the outside. That's how I kind of steam sanitize the outside, let them cool, and then I zest them. That's my technique. I'll show you on video. And before we get into the actual ins and outs of what I'll be working on, I'm going to get a taste on this and talk to you guys about a couple little things. That's a beautiful blonde base. Just a little crystal. And mostly 2-row. I love that. Not bitter. Perfect. A little sweet. Nice. Okay, so these two beers represent probably the third and fourth batches I've made this year, and we're just creeping into mid-February. So I've been brewing up a storm. I did already break my homebrew drinking only resolution. I think I have good reason, but recently dealt with the passing of my first, me dog. We had a family dog growing up. I didn't really get attached to it. But this one, this was Duke. He was 15 in Thanksgiving of last, 2019. And it was just time. There was, he was arthritic. He was having trouble, staying in bed all night, trouble going to the bathroom. Didn't seem to be in pain. Doctor said his heart and lungs were good, so he may just be going really slowly. So that was brutal. I made a Facebook post. For those of you that I have on YouTube and Facebook, you've already kind of seen the story that I posted a couple weeks. So, I mean, it's been now probably coming up on 3 weeks, something like that, since we took him in and put him down. So I'm glad we did it when we did instead of drawing it out even further than we already did. So we, at the bottom of the property, maybe I have a picture, we went to Home Depot, bought a avocado tree. I always threatened him that someday I was gonna grow an avocado tree on his grave, and I actually meant it, but I didn't ever want that day to come. So we bought a bacon avocado tree, buried him and planted that over him. So hopefully, good fruit will bear, be born from that tree. So there's that. Let's see here. What else? I got accepted into the NHC homebrew competition. I only, went in for one entry. It's going to be my barley wine, my original, my OG barley wine, the original Drunken Sailor, Peerview Brewing, 12.3% ABV barley wine. So that one has gotten the best feedback from all the homebrewers that I do beer mail with. Fingers crossed. Let's see. And then I also entered, and actually the results are going to be announced tonight, the America's Finest City, AFC, homebrew competition put on by Quaff Homebrew Club down in San Diego. A couple years ago when I entered that, I was super excited. That was the first time I'd ever entered a public competition, local public competition. Went down there, and it was basically you just sit there, and it's a homebrew club meeting for Quaff, and then also, by the way, they announce results. So I don't know that I have time for that tonight. I'm doing coconut and lime zesting, man, and I'm kegging 2 beers. Like, I don't know. I don't think I want to go down there and sit there and be there till 9 o'clock and then have to drive another 30, 40 minutes home. That one, I entered the Mike Dean's Old School IPA recipe. Mike, I'm sorry, man. I don't have good thoughts about it. Like, it already was not your beer, but yeah, it might have been a little long in the tooth. They judged it Saturday, Sunday. So, I mean, literally, like, what's today, Tuesday? Monday, Sunday, Saturday. I mean, 3 days ago, whatever. And you remember when we talked about it, Mike, I brewed it a while ago. It's not super old. It might be 6 weeks since inception, brew date, but even a week after it being on tap, it wasn't the same as your beer, man. So hopefully I got good remarks. I don't expect to win in the IPA category or even place or whatever, but I also entered the barley wine, so I do hope for more positive reaction from that. So I entered the barley wine in that as well.
All right, we got some steam going here. Let's go ahead and get this off of here. Whew. And then let's just throw the limes in. And we're gonna let this sit, I don't know, a couple minutes, so 5:15 or so. we'll bring it back, bring them back out. And then let's set the oven up for 350, and we'll come to coconut. Bada bing. Uh-oh. Hold on. There we go. Everything's one-handed. It's so difficult. Trader Joe's organic unsweetened coconut chips. They look like that. That is a thing of beauty. All right. The oven is up to temperature. Let's get the coconut in. Do this quickly. And bam. We'll get the oven light on. Good. And these are ready to come out. So, strainer was already sanitized, tongs were sanitized, and the zester is in the sanitizer bucket right now. I'm going to let these cool because these are still piping hot. I'm going to keep an eye on the coconut for now because it will turn fast. So I got to keep an eye on that. Once I'm ready to show you the toast coconut, I'll come back and do some zesting. And we'll get down to some kegging. Oh, that's right. It was the Maharaja that was on tap. I forgot the name of it. Well, that came out at 8.7%. I filled a pitcher with it. And that hydro flask and that stone growler. That's a 1 liter stone growler and a 40-ounce hydro flask. Plus whatever volume that is. Cheers, everybody. Happy Homebrew Wednesday with a beer in hand, finally. This isn't Maharaja. It's malty, though. That's what I remember Maharaja being. Not very bitter. Even when it was fresh. Still checking on the coconut. Don't want that to burn. When I do coconut beers, it's always important to buy a spare coconut bag. Just in case. Do you think I've burned a bag or two of coconut in my day? I think yes. Still a good drinking beer, just really, really malty. Caramel forward. Not my favorite. It used to be. I grew out of those heavy caramel malt beers. I think a lot of us did. Anyways, decent beer, but it's going and the rest is getting dumped. That doesn't make it in the pitcher or my belly tonight or growlers. Okay, so we're almost 2 limes in, and I think we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 limes to work with that have been steamed. So it's very slow going. I'm catching it all in the zester right now, and then when I'm done, I'm dumping it in there. I'm trying to not, I know traditionally you would flip this and zest like a cheese grater, but I'm trying to catch it all so it doesn't fall onto the counter, because I'm trying to remain as clean or sanitary as I can. All right, coconut lime blonde going through the Mac Daddy, the blue screen tonight. Probably could have gone with the white screen, but going in on top of the coconut lime. And yeah, all you oxidation haters, whatever. Well, it is what it is, man. I am not pressure transferring yet. I've made hundreds of brews. I think hundreds, right? Yeah. And everything's been just fine thus far. So we'll just keep that down. Keep this going. That's looking nice. Transfer nicely to the keg. And we're going to be full in no time. All right. Keg from upstairs is dumped. First coconut lime blonde beer is empty and in its appropriate keg. And now we're moving on to the leftover hops IPA. Let's get it on. All right, let's do it. Crank that valve. Looks good. Looking real good. I like it. Okay, we are in both kegs. Look at that, beautiful. Now let's burp the keg a little bit. So the plan is, I'm going to still crash. Like, it's going to be a still beer. I'm going to crash it in the keg for 2 days. And then I'll do the gelatin and force carb. and sit on it for 2 days. So today being Tuesday, that'll take me till Wednesday, Thursday, excuse me, and then Friday, Saturday. So this beer should be, along with that one, should be ready by Saturday night. So we are thoroughly burped. I'm going to take these upstairs, throw them in the kegerator. You don't need to see that. You just need to see my ugly mug saying, good night, everybody. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. I'm going to... No guarantees this is going up on the internet today. I'm going to try to put this up this week. But happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. I told you I'm going to try to make this a regular occurrence. This is number 2 for 2020. I did film one between number 1 and now. Deleted the footage. It was too soon after the passing of my dog, so I could see it in the video footage of myself. I was like, there's some things that just don't go on the internet. It wasn't that bad, but anyways, guys, cheers. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Have yourself a homebrew. Wish me luck in the AFC, America's Finest Homebrew Competition, and NHC, and good luck to y'all as well, and in your respective NHC categories, and sign up for the SJ Pour Challenge this year. It's going to be amazing, and I hope you guys bring it. Quick turnaround, but let's get registered. Let's get this thing going. Cheers.